Alright guys, so I had crashed. Luckily we've been saving often. I was able to get most of my work back. But we have to make this screw again. I was almost done with the video, but that's fine. Always make sure that you're setting your project when you're starting, your scene for the first time. I just wanted to kind of review that. So we would set project to our coil project directory, and then file, open scene, and open your latest save. Alright, so everything looks like where we left off. So let's go ahead and create Polygon Primitives Helix. Let's move this guy out. Let's rotate him 90 in Z. And then let's go to the top view, kind of get him in position here. And then let's jump into the helix settings. Let's do a width of 0.3, radius of 0.05 maybe, coils 30, let's do a width of 0.5, looks better, height of 2.5, that's looking good. Just kind of move this into place. Now let's check this out in a perspective just to see what this is looking like, and let's isolate. So Command 1. Subdivisions around coil, let's do 16. So it's still somewhat high res, but not as much as before. And axes, let's do 5. Radius 0.03. And yeah, I think that should work. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is delete the face on both of these end caps. And that's going to allow us to select a loop that's not going to go kind of all the way through. From here, we want to delete some of this so we can make proper threading. So I'm just basically shift double clicking to get those edge loops. We've done this in class, so you should feel comfortable by now with this. And then we'll be able to use the bridge tool, which we've done in past videos, but first I need to kind of end this. So let's go to object mode and then shift right click for append, and I'm going to hit G, and we're going to cap off the other side in the same way. Hit enter, and now I can select a loop all the way through and just deselect this part, and same on the other side. And that's going to give me the same amount of edges on the top and the bottom, so I can shift right click and I'll be able to bridge this. So that basically closed off our threading, so that's looking pretty good. This is the end. Let's look at this. Actually, this is the end right here of that screw. And I'm just doing Command 1 to isolate select. So let's end this. So I want to grab this edge loop, so I just double clicked on that edge, and let's deselect those and extrude. Bring it out to about there, hit R for scale, and just scale that flat. And then let's hit W and bring it out a little more, just to about right there. Now none of this stuff is currently merged, and we're going to need kind of more points to merge this stuff together. So let's shift right click, multi-cut, and from this corner, let's go right there, and do the same thing again, multi-cut from that corner, we're going to go about there. And now what I can do is grab these verts and just move them a little bit out of the way, and we can target weld these back together. So I'm going to shift right click and do target weld, and just start target welding these guys together. And let's undo that. start from down here. There we go. And now I just have to append this piece right here. So object mode, shift right click, append, hit enter. Let's go to this vert and just move it in a bit so it tapers off. And then that's pretty good. We have a couple triangles here, and we could put a vert in the center to quad that one out, but I don't know that it's really necessary. Having those little triangles at the end is not going to be a big issue. So let's grab this end and let's extrude, hit R, and we're going to scale in just a little bit. Hit G, I'm going to bring this out a little bit, and if you look at G, W, bring it in a little bit, and then G. If you look at this screw, it's got like a little end to it. And then just one more time, G, R to scale, and this time I'm going to shift right click, merge collapse edges, merge to center, and let's just fix this pole. So I made this little ridge, and if you look at the reference, you'll see that ridge in the reference. So I just wanted that extra detail. Shift right click, delete edge, and we fix that pole. Let's hit the 3 key, and so we're getting that little ridge that we're seeing in the reference. We'll have to kind of bevel these guys yet, or because of the amount of detail we use, we might be able to just keep this in one mode and it's going to look okay. So let's cap off the top and then put the screw head on it. So same thing, just grab the edge loop through here, and let's deselect these guys, and then shift right click, extrude, hit W, let's bring this out, hit R, let's scale these together, and then let's do our multi-cutting. So shift right click, multi-cut, let's go from here to about there, hit enter, and let's go from here to about there and hit enter. Q to quit the tool, and let's just move these verts apart a little. And let's go to target weld, and let's just weld these together. And append to fill this guy, hit enter. And let's just grab this vert and move it. Now I can start to feel my computer slowing down. We've done quite a bit of modeling on this piece, so it'd be a good time to just delete all by type history, just to kind of flush that out. And let's command 1 before we do this extrude, just so we can see how far we have to extrude it. So we'll go to about there. And let's move this so it fits in that hole a little bit better. It's lining up with it. There we go. Alright, so let's select that again. Extrude edge. Go to R, hold down Control, and let's bring this out to about there. Let's double check it in the side view, and it needs to go up a little bit bigger, not much, right about there. Let's hit G, look at it in the top view, and W, and I'd say it extrudes to about there. And now we just have to kind of put the screw head on here. So I'm going to insert an edge loop about right there, and then I want to delete this face and the one that would be directly in line with it going across. And by appending, we're going to be able to kind of finish off that screw head. So let's select it in object mode, shift right click, append, and then we'll hit G to run it again. So don't forget, G runs the same operation or tool again, and one more time from here to here. So kind of close that off. I'd say let's hit Command 1 so we can isolate this guy. And let's just keep appending. So G, Let's actually undo that last one. So if we have most of our pens going this way, it might not predictably hold the shape the way I want. So I'm going to put them through. I'm going to put some through that way. Let's hit G again. Let's do this one and this one, and then I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 edges this way yet. So let's insert edge loop, and let's do 3. And now we can append that out. So from here to here. Nope, let's undo. I just needed 2. Let's hit enter, then undo. Do that. Insert edge loop. Let's do 2. That should work. Alright, let's try this again. Append from here to here. Hit G, here to here. There. Let's do the same on the other side. Nope, hit delete because that was the wrong second edge I selected. So delete when you're appending just goes back one edge selection. And I hit return at the end there to kind of finalize it. That's looking pretty good. So from here, if we'd hit 3, you can see it's just really soft in a lot of spots. So we'll want to do, at least for the head up here, some beveling to kind of finish that off. So let's grab these edges. Oh, I wasn't holding down shift. Let's try that again. Right. And you should be getting used to kind of selecting inside and outside edges for beveling. If you're not, just kind of slow the video down and just look at, what I'm selecting here. But we're going to bevel this segments of 2. And let's do fraction of 0.3. Q to quit the tool. Object mode. So that's holding pretty good. To clean up these corners, we could probably just go straight out, or we could go straight down this way. So let's just use multi-cut and see which one looks better. Let's go from this corner, oops, to there and hit return. Q to quit the tool, and let's hit 3. Yep, and I think that's going to probably work just fine. So let's finish the rest off like that. G to run the tool again. Let's go from corner to corner. And let's jump to the other side. And I hit enter to kind of finish that operation. Enter, and let's finish this one off. There we go. Enter. Q to quit the tool. Let's go to object mode, hit 3. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. If we wanted a sharper threading, you could select this edge loop. It's going to terminate right there because we have tries on both sides. So from here we could just bevel. And let's do 2 segments. Fraction of 0.2 because we want that really tight. And Q to quit the tool. And now you have a little tighter threading on that. So it's for the amount of polygons we're adding, it may not be something that we need. That's again going to be on a per case basis depending how close to the object we're going to get. But let's edit, delete all by type. history, let's freeze our transforms, modify, freeze transforms, and let's name this guy back underscore screw underscore GEO, and that guy's good. So when we get back, let's finish off this square nut right here, and then we'll just have to duplicate this guy up here to make the poles, and we'll probably finish that off in the same video.